through a box of old VHS, I came across a copy of one of the very first Stephen King adaptations, the 1979 made-for-TV movie, Salem's Lot. Let's have a look. Movie gets off to a real shaky start. First there's these atmospheric scene setters in a creepy old Guatemalan church. Then it cuts right to these two dopes and a super cheesy glowing effect. Right off the bat, Salem's Lot disappoints your already lowered expectations for a TV movie based on a Stephen King book. The plot's pretty simple. A vampire moves to town and starts turning people into vampires. That's about it. The cast is interesting. Playing the vampire's human agent Straker, the name obviously a play on Stoker, is James Mason, who played Humbert Humbert in Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of Lolita. Here's footage of Mason around the same time as Salem's Lot was made, visiting the set of Kubrick's The Shining. Salem's Lot has another Kubrick connection, the casting of Mary Windsor and Elijah Cook as a divorced couple. Windsor and Cook previously played a dysfunctional couple in Kubrick's The Killing. And it's fun to see a young Fred Willard playing a supporting role. One character that confuses me is Susan's meathead boyfriend. In the book he was called Floyd, but in the movie he's called Ned. Seems like an arbitrary thing to change. But what's really bizarre is all of the actors' dialogue has clearly been dubbed.
Hey, that thing is moving. Stop the truck.
The performance of the voice is really out of step with the on-screen actor. I wonder what happened. Did the producers decide in post-production they hated the actor's voice and picked someone else? Maybe he was doing a goofy accent that sounded cartoonish. I don't know.
Stop the truck. We should open the thing up.
The best thing about this movie is the look of the vampires, which I think are some of the best in movie history. The head vampire Barlow is obviously based on Count Orlok from Nosferatu. And his minion vampires are so damn creepy. They remind me of the zombies from George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. The most famous scene is the child vampire coming through the window. The movie must have known this was their money shot, because they do it 3 different times. I love the way the effect looks. Instead of being dated, it's surreal and atmospheric. I wish they'd cut the sound of him scraping against the window, though. I hate that sound. Why do they always have to put that in movies? And take a look at those fangs. They look like scorpion tails. In most vampire movies, when someone gets bit, the teeth go in real quick and easy, like needles. Watching Salem's Lot for the first time, I found myself thinking about how awful and painful it would be to get bitten. Look at those things! The movie was directed by Tobe Hooper, most famous for helming the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Based on the effectiveness of the vampires alone, I'd say he did a good job. The one thing about his direction that irks me is the excessive number of shots done as a homage to Psycho. The Barlow house is a little reminiscent of the Psycho house, no big deal. But then there's the scene of the girlfriend walking up to the house, looking like Lila walking up to the Bates Motel. And the scene where the doctor goes up the stairs and gets murdered, just like when Arbogast went up the stairs and got murdered. And then there's the swinging light in the basement. And then, cheesiest of all, in the final shot of the moon, they do a quick superimposition of Barlow's skull, just like the quick superimposition of Mother's skull at the end of Psycho. It's pretty ridiculous by that point. We get it, Toby. You like Psycho. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give Salem's Lot about...
We aren't doing a rating scale.